Hi, YouTube. Um, okay, that's going. Okay, I was worried that the virtual shifting would feel too much like erg mode, where like even on the upstroke you feel resistance, and it feels like you're just in mud the whole time. Where when you ride outside, you have this like moment where there's a little bit of float in your system, right? Where you have a bit of momentum from your downstroke, and then it kind of carries the momentum into the next downstroke. So you kind of feel this like momentum outside, right? Where you're keeping the system flowing. That's the thing I have a problem with erg. It just feels like mud. It's like not natural. Like the resistance doesn't feel good. But this is not like that. It is definitely not. And when I spoke to other people who had tried virtual shifting, they had told me beforehand, no, it's not like it at all. You still feel that kind of like momentum feeling, and yeah, I concur. You do like a single speed. You being a grinder, it feels weird. Yes, and that's another thing. Excellent. My cadence was about 5 to 10 higher on my ride, and I think it was because of the shifting dynamics. That's actually a thing. What's RMA, Dimitri? Unfortunately, I got this beautiful spin bike. It is freaking glow. Look at that guy. Look at how much. Look at this, guys. Look, I'm like literally my own light source. Holy, that is horrible. I need to get that figured out. But I got a Zwift ride. I got the Zwift ride. I did the Zwift ride kicker core combo over the holiday. Don't get burned now. Literally, I'm about to literally ignite on my left leg. But I think it's broken, which is weird because it's a very sturdy bike. I was just saying, like, overall the frame is like literally like feels like I could like throw it off of like a 10-story building and it'd be all right. Like it really does feel sturdy, but the tolerances I'm not like the most happy about. Like in all reality. And I get it. They're not a hardware company, right? And it's slightly obvious. Not like too overly bearing, but it is slightly obvious. What is that? Don't get burned now. The Core 2, the combo was on sale Black Friday. Yes, it was. 30% off. That's what got me on it. I would have not bought the system at retail. I thought it was very overpriced when it launched. I thought the frame should have launched around $500 instead of $800. Personally, because I think they still would have made a shit ton off of a 500, right? And they might have even sold more units. I guess they figured overall profits would be better, but I don't know. I'm not a corporate financier. On a spin bike that has all the resistance stuff built in it, you can tell you're going uphill with the virtual shifting be better. Yeah, it feels good. That's the thing. That is actually true. They kind of did integrate really well. And I'll say, like, overall, I wasn't thinking, like, this is not real. Like, yeah, when I shifted, it didn't feel like normal shifting. But, like, when I was just going, it wasn't like, ugh, this does not feel like good, like, gears. And this does not feel like, yeah. So it's all good. So we're gonna try it again today. But yes, it did have some problems. The seat does not want to go up and down. Like I literally could loosen the stem bolt as much as I wanted to, and I could probably pick up the entire bike and trainer by the saddle, and it wouldn't actually move. It wouldn't actually fall out. The bike wouldn't like release it. It's that tight. Like I literally have to leverage my entire like 50 pounds of body weight to get the saddle to move just a little bit. And it's like leaving scars on the metal. It's like so tight. The bikes unfortunately almost always got terrible accuracy, like unusually bad. Yeah, they can. That is actually true, especially like gym bikes and stuff. But this one's on the kicker core. And I will say, kicker core is nice. I have never had Wi-Fi, so this is it's fun. I've caught up to the kind of the modern stuff. I think I'm gonna probably need to adjust some things as I'm riding. I just put a new saddle on. Another one of my complaints, by the way, I'll get into in a second. I've already bitched about it once, but now we got more people here to listen to me bitch, so gonna take advantage of it. Skill issue? Maybe. We definitely won't discount that. Core 2 has Wi-Fi. Yeah, dude. I have like whatever it's called, like race mode and Wi-Fi. It's very nice. I don't have to use my phone when I Zwift on my PC anymore. I can just bridge my heart rate through the Kicker core and just use Wi-Fi, which is very nice because I had to use the bridge. Otherwise, I get dropouts like every 5 seconds. Yeah, so tolerance. So yeah, like the seat post tolerance is way too tight. Like it literally barely fits.
If you want to know the secret of being, you will come with us.
Or Dasky. Oh, what's up? Like DK? Who is? Oh, okay. Hey, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. You stream? Oh my gosh. Thank you for the raid. What did you get into today? Thank you for sending your family over here. We're bitching, but also excited. We're doing a mix of both. We're bitching about, but we're also excited about my new Zwift ride. Unfortunately, probably going to have to go back because I think it's broken. Is it that time already? Is it the time for airing of the grievances? Here we go, guys. Yep, we're putting it out there. You want the Kicker Core 2 now? Race mode and Wi-Fi and shit you have been waiting for? Yeah. Well, that was the thing is over the weekend, it was, what, $200 off? It was the same price as the Jet Black Victory, which I thought was an amazing price. So how could I say the core wasn't a good price? Wait, what? No? No, it's allegedly. It's all hearsay. Well, Dasky, thank you for the... You don't stream? You were hallucinating? Oh, damn. Well, thank you for sending your imaginary friends here. We have some imaginary friends, too. So hopefully we all get along. But how was your stream? Tell me all about it. I want to hear. We are stalling as best as we can because it's a Monday. You spent too much? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Loki. No, I get it. I have literally spent no money this entire year because I have been saving and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I just need some retail therapy. And so I bought the Zwift ride, the Kicker core, and then I bought the stuff to hopefully get my IRL streaming setup rolling. So I got like the Starlink mini dish. I got a little power station that will fit on my pannier rack. And I got some solar panels if I decide to do like an overnight. So that was my retail therapy for this Black Friday. Oh, and a new helmet. I got a new helmet because I've needed a new helmet for a long time. So I got a new helmet. Tried setting it up. You did Ven 10. Ooh. D2 workout recovery from injury. Ooh. And you decided to do it at Von 2. You absolute psycho. I like your style. Alrighty. Anyway, let's get off the map, right? There's a new stage today. Let's do stage 3, and it starts in 3 minutes. This is perfect. With Daniel Hughes. I'm taking it that's a pro rider. But yeah, we're doing a test ride. I want to see. Okay, it's not happening. Now I'm not getting any vibration. Now my handlebars aren't even vibrating. So I just got, yeah, so guys, if you just stopping in, I just got the new Zwift ride and I'm testing it out. And I did one ride over the weekend and my right controller, rifter or what, I don't know, what would you call it? The right hood, I guess, was like vibrating uncontrollably. So I thought it was broken, and now it's just completely broken. Now it's not even working at all, apparently. Yeah, you're gonna shower and go cheer for your volleyball team. All right, Dasky, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, guys. If you don't know, they are a legend, and you should go follow them. But yeah, thank you for the raid. We're getting warmed up for this. And am I? Okay, never mind. I'm on the right bike. Should they vibrate? Maybe I was just literally having like a manic episode over the weekend. They're supposed to, and actually the vibration patterns are different, which was kind of like, oh, why would they do that? Like like they did it, they put like a different little rumbler in there or something. But yeah, some weird things. My other really big complaint that I want to get out of the way is seat post clamp, the single bolt. I've never had a single bolt clamp for my saddle before, or the saddle clamp. Y'all, anybody here messed around with the single bolt systems? Do they all suck? Or did I just get like an exceptionally bad one? Because I swear to God, and yeah, okay. I swear to God, it's cost saving. It's gotta be money related, because there's no way, like in theory, you look at it and you're like, this has gotta be better, right? And then you go and try and mess with it, and it is just an absolute shit show. The one, at least the one on the Zwift ride was. Like, I had to literally bend the saddle rails on my saddle to make it go on. Had to disassemble the entire mechanism, which, by the way, is like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 parts. A spring, 2 clamps on each side, and then the bolt. So it's like this mess of things already that have to align perfectly. And I literally had to disassemble it and like build it in this weird contraption-y way, and then like slot it onto the bike. It was very, very awkward. And I'm just like, this is absolutely horrid. Like, I thought the 2-bolt system was annoying. It's like nowhere near as annoying. Like, I will never complain about like trying to get my saddle on that double bolt, like the traditional systems, ever again. At least I say that now. What's funny is your spin bike has the 2-bolt, so any saddle will work. It's so nice. Yeah, I couldn't use my good saddle. The saddle that I've literally put like thousands and thousands of miles on that actually is good, I can't use, which is very, very annoying. But can I not get it? I don't know. It's not, it's like I think it's a proprietary seat post. Again, I've never messed with a single bolt, but I think it's proprietary, which is really, really annoying. I don't think it will actually fit. Thank you, SW. It's really weird. Maybe I could show it. I'll like pull the camera over at the end. But I also like to say it's reading lower than my Asiomas as well. By like 10 to 15 watts. Because right now I'm watching my I forgot to tell you. I told Excellent at the beginning. We're double dipping right now to do some power comparison. And it is consistently 10 to 15 watts lower than my Asiomas. So we may have lost our wattage. Not that we had many watts to lose to begin with. Any report that helps doing a spin down some report. I need to look into that. When I was looking into it, this was the extent of my research. That the kicker core is supposed to have an auto calibration. And so I'm like, okay. They're like, but you can manually calibrate. Like, well, let's go look at that. So I go and pull up the Wahoo app. I didn't find it in the first like 2 minutes of looking. I'm just like, I don't care. My RPM, yeah, it feels better being up here. I'm not gonna lie, it feels better being up here. And so far, I found my favorite gear is 15. I have to tap. Imagine if it's 10 times. See, that's my problem. If there's more than 2 windows between me and my goal, I'll just close out. 2 is my maximum. Does it feel like 15? The watts? I can't tell. I don't know. Like, honestly, the 10 to 15 watts, like, could just be in my head. But then I see, like, it could also just be the updating. Like, as you can see here, I'm getting 10 hertz, which is really fun. By the way, that's a kind of fun thing. But, like, I just hit a 150 on my whoosh. I have not seen 150 in the last few minutes, so I'll have to see. Maybe I will do a manual calibration. But yeah, it's definitely different. But is it like annoyingly so? No, actually it feels great. It's very quiet. 0 offset, yeah. It's supposed to do itself. It's supposed to do it by itself. And that's another thing I noticed. And I don't know, I might have just been making this up. But it almost felt like the watts like figured themselves out after about 30 minutes. I don't know if that's a common thing. Okay, guys. The vibration isn't broken anymore. It's not broken anymore. Okay. The bike heard me. It's like, I don't want to go back. Oh, but Aggie, I threw the Pro Logo saddle that you gave me on here, and I'll tell you what, oh my god, the stock saddle that came on it, oh my god, absolutely horrendous. Funny seeing me breathe so much. Am I breathing more? Oh, did I turn on? I think I turned down my my noise suppression recently. I was getting really annoyed with NVIDIA Broadcast. Maybe I'm just breathing hard. All right, let's bring in Instagram, because stupid Instagram. Just kidding. That's how you do it, right? You insult the community that you're trying to build. That's definitely the way to do it, right? I'm following the rules of community building, I think. Oh my god, it's already having issues. Watch, I've been banned. Oh, this is so annoying. I mean, you can't discount. Twitch is at least easy to deal with. Okay, let's see. I had my streaming software on Instagram opened to receive OBS. And in the time that I had it open before starting stream and now, it was enough time for the stream key to switch. How annoying is that? Literally 15 minutes before I set up the stream to go live, that was enough time for the stream key to switch. Everything is fine. Leave Insta spam out of this. Hey, they're already dead. Yeah, on my whoosh right now, I'm doing 170 watts. Oh, wait. It said it here. Okay, let's see if I can, like, get it stable. $10 watts. 10 watts. Not 15. At least it's closer than I was thinking. But it's definitely gonna be more, if the percentage holds, it's gonna be very annoying when I'm like doing real power. Because if it's 10 watts at 2 to 2.5 watt per kilo, what if it's 20 watts at 4? And to me, that's 0.3 watt per kilo. Literally a third of watt per kilo. which would not be acceptable in the slightest. 1 second power. I've never really liked 3 second power. Maybe it could just be the reporting and I'm just tripping out. But there are moments where I see it just seems like it's consistently higher. What I'm going to need to do is see the actual averages after the ride. Will never look stable, that's true. I was a little worried that it'd be a little annoying to watch, but I don't really pay attention to it very much. I actually thought I wouldn't like race mode, but I actually think it's alright. Try a harder gear. $260 my whoosh, 256, 236, 237, 241, 230, 245, 235. I'm reading out my whoosh numbers right now as they change. We'll do a spin down, or we'll figure out how to do a spin down after this group ride. Because this group ride's not very long. Why is this group ride not very long? Is it actually a very long ride? What's going on? Power to the portal. I'm actually... Do we go to the climb portal? Dame, hi Dame. Drifting. I wish I could. My handlebars don't turn now. I can't counter steer. No more drifting, unfortunately. Howdy, ma'am. How are you doing today, Dame? We are in the process of giving a test critique to my new trainer and spin bike. IRC, it's the smallest of the event. Okay. 12K, that's wild. Like, very, very short for a stage where the last 2 stages have been after party rides. Thank you, Lumo. I just got the V2 Kicker Core and Zwift ride for Black Friday. I now have a dedicated spin bike, and I don't have to ride on my outdoor bike anymore, which is very, very nice. The position is definitely off. I can tell I'm about maybe a half a centimeter too low and about a half a centimeter forward on my saddle compared to my normal fit. Actually, probably my saddle being forward is why I feel like I'm higher, because when you put your saddle forward, you actually have to put your seat up to maintain the distance to your crank. Yeah, Dame. I'll try and I can't really show very well because I'm literally producing my own light source right now. I need to change the angle too, but yeah. I was worried. I tried to ride over the weekend. I was telling chat. Oops. And unfortunately, I was having issues with it right away, but they seem to have resolved themselves after a night's sleep. Thanks. Yeah, I was baited into this. I was told this was the minimum requirements to run Zwift. I was totally baited. What do they say about fools and their money? Something related to Pookie, I think. Yeah, guys, well, it seems higher than normal. Maybe his offset was holding back. And that's another thing, and I thought this might actually be a thing. After warming up the trainer, the watts actually are good. But then I'm like, or am I just warmed up? Am I actually the one warmed up? Or is the trainer just warmed up and representing better? Because like right now, my numbers are closer to whoosh. Actually, they look higher than whoosh at the moment. I don't freaking know. I'm gonna have to see the average afterwards. I've never had a trainer. I've never had a trainer with auto calibration. Yeah, might take a while to get the resistance that feels good. Yeah, it's definitely a little different. Definitely a little different. Like at these wattages, I'm normally closer to 70 RPM, and it feels better. This definitely feels better at higher RPM. Not that 78 is very high, but for me, it's starting to get up there. So, yeah, you might just take a while to, oh yeah. Never had a trainer without. Really, Old Slow. Well, my hope is that it's just better, and I'm just like getting used to it. Maybe the warm-up just feels different with the virtual resistance instead of the mechanical resistance through the drivetrain. Dorado X was auto? Damn. Dude, the Dorado X was pretty advanced for its time then. Welcome in, fam, if you're just coming through. We're doing a group ride here on Zwift, if you don't know about Zwift. Probably one of the greatest games on the planet. I may be biased, though. I may be biased. I may have ulterior motives to this opinion. But anyway, this is the last stage, so we should unlock this this cosmetic today, the in-game kit. I honestly so appreciate games that are more cosmetic based. Shuva, hi Shuva. Did you have a delivery over the weekend, I hope? I don't want to show off what I'm writing right now until I know. Ignore this. You can't see. Ignore. You do not see anything right here. Ignore this. Oh no, dude. I'm so sorry. You must be so anxious. Excellent. Here's my hope. Maybe it's a good thing, because anytime I've had higher cadence, my life's just so much better. My life is so much better when I actually hold good cadence, even if it sucks. So if there's something that auto makes me hold good cadence, I'll probably just like, I don't know, be okay with it. This with FedEx, to be honest. Dude, I'm so sorry. That's so annoying. I'm so stoked for you to get on the bike and Zwift, man. But back to Old Slow. I've only been on the Dorado XR twice for about 30 minutes each, because that was the trainer my bike fitter used. I have no experience with how that even works. The room's ready. You got the TV and everything mounted. Good morning, happy Monday. How's the weekend? It was good, Pipple. I had a great weekend. Hope you did. Just a shout out, guys. It's Laura's birthday. Thank you, General, for the ride on. The Dorado, dude, the Dorado was a great trainer. You know what? I think the reason it's, you know, a trainer's good is because people don't talk about it much. Like, they just accept that it's a good trainer, and there's no like drama around it. And set up, trainer matched up. Let's go. I can confirm this is the quietest I've ever had my Zwift setup. Dims, thank you. This is the most quiet my Zwift setup has ever been. Thank you, Wanda. Little snow shoveling. How much snow did you get? Oh man, everyone getting snow over the weekend. There were a couple streamers I was watching. they were losing power. Their stream kept going down because of little micro outages. Yeah. If my brother didn't give me the Hammer H3, I probably wouldn't have switched, because, guys, the Hammer H3 is still such a good trainer. It is such a good trainer. For Storm, they said 2 to 5 expected. Did it feel like that? Did it feel like you were shoveling that much? Damn, that's nuts. I get to live in the ignorance is bliss category of snow, where I get to look at it as like this beautiful, this beautiful concept. You know, it's so pretty. Look at it in the pictures and on postcards. Oh my gosh, so nice. But is that just the ignorance because I don't have to live in it? I wish I added wind physics. Only for a certain map. Have you tried it yet? That's cool. Oh! We did it! Guys, we just snagged that. We just snagged the power up. Oh. We must translate. Okay, also I have to ask, this must be a very common weather camera, because I literally feel like you sent me the same photo last year. Also, I feel like I have an astigmatism. Guys, I have oblique astigmatism right now. 500 meters from you, got it. So that's probably the best example. Man, a winter park near you like this. Hold on, guys. We'll pull this up on the Twitch stream. Oh, not display capture. We want Chrome. Oh no, it's inactive. Dang. All right, guys. This is in Trollville. This is in Trolltown. Man, I want to visit so bad, man. Like, there's just like something crazy unique about where you live. That being said, I live in a pretty cool place too, though. Nope, not yet. I think it's on Udairet. Udairet? Oh, God, I'm so bad. Udairet. Very cool. I wonder how that is. So that kind of puts him more along the lines of like Training Peaks now. Does Ruvi have wind physics? I don't think they do. That just makes Training Peaks and my whoosh now. Take a month or a year for your body to get used to the higher cadence. Yeah, probably. It's going to be better. I don't practice what I preach, but I preach high cadence for like longevity and health. There really is something to it. But cadence is just kind of personal. Really what it comes down to is it's nice to be able to do more, like have more tools, right? Like be able to ride at high cadence, be able to ride at low cadence. It's more about kind of like that, like just being well-rounded to the point where if you need to do it, you can. And the benefits are actually pretty insane. You have like the ability to do some really unique things, like where you can isolate certain muscle groups. Basically allow certain muscles to rest while others take load. Basically, you can partition your body a little bit. Hey, Eloy. Notice that low cadence is more durable. in Zwift, even when it's worse for your joints. Yeah, it's very, very easy, Eloy, to slowly drop your cadence, I found on Zwift. It really is. Just over time. I don't know if it's just how the trainer resistance feel, like how you respond to it, but I totally noticed that. I would 100% agree. There is also some physiological things that go on with differences in cadence. What you'll notice a lot of times, guys, is a lot of people will max out their aerobic capacities, but they'll still have musculoskeletal like strength. Basically, you've burnt a lot of the glycogen, but you still might have like some explosive power, right? So a lot of times when your aerobic capacity starts to get tired, you'll start to shift it into more of the musculoskeletal, or like weightlifting, where you add resistance, you add impact to you add more pressure into the joints. And I think that if you tend to have a background with any sort of strength training, it's something that you can just naturally fall back on, maybe whether you want to or not. I also have very poor fast twitch muscle. So the slow, methodical feels natural. Like my brother has very fast twitch muscle. Very fast twitch muscle. A lot of fast twitch muscle. And he can just ride at 100, 110 and it feel okay. Enters. You ride with music, so choose playlist to what cadence you want. There you go. Have literally a BPM catered playlist. That's actually ideal. So let's blame the sax music, guys. There's just too much high intensity sax going on here. We can't help but have our cadence higher. So here's another thing though, guys. My heart rate is right where it normally is. So whether the power is different or not, I seem to be about the same in my zones right now. 90 to 100. That was like preach as like the ideal for so long too. Sax, Eloy. We have group sax here. We have community sax here. What is this? Guys, we got scammed! Scammed! What? What is this scam? Where are we going? Sometimes, Eloy, we have sax like today. Upbeat, high intensity, high cadence. You know, it's just the mood. You know, sometimes we like to switch it up. Have some smooth, slow, melodic sax. You know, it really depends on the mood. But what's important is that we're all together when it happens. That's what's really important to me. Juan Pelota. Where's Juan Pelota? About to smash us up this climb. Good old Juan. Guys, I'm sorry, the greatest cyclist of all time. I'm sorry. Get mad at my opinion. I don't make the rules. Heart rate is kind of best way to tell if you're just faster when you pedal faster. Yeah. I mean, this is traditionally 146 is kind of the zone 2, near the top of my zone 2. So we're actually riding really well. But either we've warmed up or the trainer has calibrated itself. I don't know, but one of the things has happened. Yeah, Eloy. It's just where heart rate really helps is in trends, I think. In isolation, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on because you know how it is, man. Like, a low heart rate can indicate that you're fatigued or that you're fresh, depending. Or you might have overly high heart rate. Maybe that's because you're fatigued, or maybe it's because you're fresh. Trends. It really comes down to trends. Take a look back at your best fitness. Oh. See where you were. Yeah, exactly. Are you hydrated? It really does come down to, like, you have to be able to know how to use the tools. The tools just don't just work by default. You have to be able to be like, okay, my heart rate is out of its normal zone. Why may that be? Why may that be? And then you actually have to start being critical of yourself and look into it like in a proper way. I guess once you know the rules, you can understand how to adapt and break them better. Now, like, this cadence does not feel good. Not like it used to. Or you drank a coffee or two. Exactly. It is so easily influenced. It is a data point that you have to be able to look at in the context of all the other data points. And that's a tough thing to realize. Like, in Zwift, you see heart rates, you're like, whoa, your heart rate's so high. Oh, wow, your heart rate's so low. But again, you might just be seeing that person for the first time. Their heart rate might always be like that. Like Carrie Star. You think she's having a heart attack. No, she's just in her threshold. No, she's just hitting her zone 3, zone 4. Yeah. Power's good. Power's a great metric. A spectacular metric. Look at all these power-ups we get, though, up this climb. This is nice. Need to know the max and minimum heart. Yeah, there's so much to it. It is such a personal thing. You have to be able to look at it like that. That's actually a great point. Heart rate's best at like 170. Oh my god. For most people, 170 is very high for the average person. Lactic acid is even better. Yeah. Yeah, Eloy. That would be fun to mess with. I'd like to see my lactate numbers. I think that would actually be kind of enjoyable to mess around with. Yeah, guys, I haven't been able to hold in the 170s. I feel like my body went through like a 5 to 10 year aging process over this year. I haven't been able to get my heart rate like stably into the 170s for a while now. We'll see. Maybe that's not possible anymore. I remember I told one of my doctors about my hobbies and that I would spend sometimes an hour plus at a 170 plus BPM, and he nearly had a heart attack right there hearing that. To me, that's completely normal, and we see it a lot in this community. But for him, he was like, oh my god. Have a tool like HRM or PM data on your head unit. Yeah. Oh, no, I missed it. Yeah, because I'm not used to the RPMs for sure. And one thing that is pretty consistent due to like aerobic load and things, increasing your RPM will usually at the same power cause an increase in heart rate. One of the reasons why RPM training can be very effective, because you can get a very high heart rate without putting too much load on the body. So you can do like very low power, very high cadence. Who is that SW? And mess with your heart rate like that. Like there was that Watch the Femmes workout I did like a year ago. It was an RPM recovery ride. And dude, it had my heart rate going pretty high. But I would definitely consider it a recovery. Peter, we got scammed, dude. What is this BS? It wasn't even indicated. Absolute scam. I guess I should have guessed with the whole power to the portal, but I was being ignorant to that on purpose in hopes that it was lying to me. Cadence is king. As long as you got 80 RPM, you're doing fine speed. Don't matter. A lot of people, especially like triathletes, it's all about cadence. Like, they want the exact same cadence at every power, at every wattage, if possible. Last year was also the shitty stage. Really? I don't think I did it last year. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. And I just don't remember. Am I didn't do ZRL? No ZRL for me. I'm not doing points or scratch races right now. And if I do, I'm just doing it to populate a position if my team can't get filled. I have not been able to race those formats without risk of injury. Thing was also a stage with an unknown finish. I was also wondering, because when you looked at the distance to go marker, it had no distance on it. The question is, does this finish at the top or not? Yes, sir, Peter. For you, man. For you. I obviously can't do it for myself, so I gotta do it for someone else. Do a race? Sorry, Bath Salts, I only race on my Instagram. I don't race on Twitch. My Instagram persona is the racer. All I do here is yap about complete BS and make up things. Back then the finish was somewhere after the downhill banner. The downtown banner. Oh man. So we might have to do a little more. It didn't show the route was done when we went in. It looked like we still had some more to do. And it was not the hill it was showing. So maybe we do finish like downtown. Oh man. The best thing about this bike, guys, it is so quiet. It is so quiet. And I thought my old system was quiet. Like, I honestly thought my old system was quiet. Okay, you look back, watts seem good. Yeah, it's about the same. But at the beginning, it feels so different. Like, once I'm warm, or when the bike's warm, or both of us, things feel a little more normal. Guys, I'm 20K on my whoosh. What? How am I further on my whoosh right now? And I've done 200 meters of climbing on my whoosh. Ah! Hills? Yeah, it's the hills. I'm just so not used to seeing that. Normally, when I double dip, my whoosh will be like 18, 19 miles per hour. And Zwift will be like 22. Something to get used to, yeah. You know what I'm finding, Old Slow? I still want to keep my trainer difficulty down. And, so, like, I really only shift like 2 or 3 gears. Which I think is the most desirable. You get the feel of the terrain, you can respond to it. You don't have to shift like 10 gears. Yeah. So I get 10 readings a second, where most of the time, most trainers will get 1 to 5. It can be a bit disorienting, but so far I just seem like to forget about it. Like I'll just like not notice. It's supposed to be advantageous in racing. We'll probably never find out for sure. But it's supposed to, apparently. As fast as I can, I'll try. I see 150. I think I saw 158 before it died. Over 500, yeah, for sure. Thank you. Good, I wasn't watching. Over 500, confirmed. Yeah, see, almost to cadence, yeah. Yeah, if I want better results. Right now I have, my Asioma is on my whoosh. Zwift's known to crap out on cadence. It is, because you get so much watts per revolution, right? It is really cool. Tubeless. Who rides tubeless? Especially a road bike. What are you doing? Man, I want my Pro Logos dimensions so bad. At least this saddle doesn't make my tender bits go numb. Yeah, I'm literally bounced between like 3 gears. That reminds me of how much you paid for your new saddle. A lot, I hope. No, I paid a lot. I know that it's not necessarily related to, oh, the route's done. Oh, yay. Not necessarily related to the price, but my Pro Logo was expensive and it's very good. Let's go. And you're poor now. Yo, please invest in a good saddle And when I say good, there's no price associated with that. All that is find one that's comfortable for you. Be willing to try out different ones and send them back. There are very few companies, but there are some companies that will send out saddles for you to test out. It's not very common though. What kind of shoes did you get, Shuva? That saddle you tried and now use on your everything is 10 euro. Yeah, dude. My original saddle on my touring bike was really good. It was a $18 saddle. It was called a... What was it? It was called an Evoke. And I used that, and if anyone's been hanging around for a while, you might remember my first setup, I literally had a bike that the saddle was so torn up, all you could barely see was like little bits of the pleather, but it was mostly just yellow foam. Like I was just riding, I liked that saddle so much that I literally wore it down till it was just foam left. Before I was like, okay, fine. That's a ton of saddle at a bike shop, and the cheapest. Dude, that's so lucky. I went to some of my local shops looking for a saddle. You know what their solution was? Well, you can buy it and go try it. Bro, what? Whatever. The RC 503s, nice, man. Good shoe. A good shoe. Hopefully, your feet aren't too wide, though. Shimano has this lovely habit of making very aerodynamically inclined shoes. That being said, I rode on RCs. I rode on an RC7 for like 3 years, and it was good. It was a little too small for my feet, I realized, but it was still good. One of the nice things that I noticed compared to what I have now is it was very breathable. Like, these shoes, if I get going quick, dude, my feet sweat so much. My feet sweat so freaking much. Like, there is very little airflow in these shoes. And it's great if you're just doing a casual ride, but like, say like I would use these in like my TT or my triathlon in Vegas, and that my feet were getting so freaking hot. My feet were burning, dude. Has your Salutati SMP? I so want to try one of those. I'm one of the people, I wouldn't care if it looks like absolutely ridiculous. If it's comfortable, I don't care. I'm willing to be ridiculous if it means that I have a comfortable saddle. And I know people who love their SMPs absolutely like are so sold on them. There's like a cult following behind SMPs. Everybody's different. Pete, wise words, my friend. How are you doing today? Wisest words. RX 801s, there you go. Yeah, the gravel and the gravel shoes. Is that the gravel line or like the mountain biking line? So I have a pair of Shimano gravel shoes as well, and they are way better. They're way better. Like, they're so much wider than their road shoes. The gravel, that's what, yeah, okay. They're so much wider. It's so much nicer. Actually, because they're also SPD, they're very comfortable to walk around in too. So honestly, like a very good compromise. Get a SPD shoe with a wide toe box. It's the new thing. I'm glad that it's like the trendy thing right now. Companies are doing much wider toe boxes for the most part. Another thing with Shimano is they have like a bit of an angle to how your foot sits on the cleat. So like when I switched to this Bont shoe, all of a sudden it felt like I was like a duck because I was like sitting like I felt like I was very flat-footed. A full-on discussion at the store about the pedal shoe connection. Nice, good. It's smart, man. There's so much subtlety. Luckily, the world of mechanics and bikes is like if you're not like super mechanically inclined, it's a great world because like it's in the world of mechanics, it's not the most complicated, but there's a lot of nuance. There's a lot of like proprietary nature to certain things as well. But yeah, it can be a bit annoying when you first start. And you're going to be faced with everyone and their opinions. No, this is the best system. No, this is the best system. Oh, no way. Those people are crazy. Why would you ever use this system? You ride Shimano? You ride SRAM? You ride anything else other than Shimano and SRAM? What? Oh, man, it's so funny. It's so funny. People do have opinions. But nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with that. It'll definitely get you in a better start position than if you just kind of wing it. That's definitely what I'll agree with. Oh, man. Dude, my fan is way too much today. I don't know why. My fan just feels very cold. Even on that ride. Oh, nah. I forget if my music... I don't think my music goes through any of my other... So guys, if you're wondering if I promise I'm not just singing to myself, there's actually music going on. I am crazy, but not that crazy. You guys about tubeless or not? You love... Oh, God. Pulling the pin, tossing the grenade, and leave. I love it, dude. You absolute legend. The best option is what I'm using, and the worst option is what everybody else is using. That is usually the answer, if you're wondering. Okay, I should probably... I'm going to end this right over on my whoosh and start on a different map real quick. I need to get XP, guys. I need this bike. My world is... centered around virtual cosmetics and cycling games. Second. Hey, I got the tweed. Dude, the tweed looks exactly like the tweed kit from the Brompton event on Zwift. That's absolutely hilarious. Okay, we just did Golden Gate Bridge to Hollywood Hills. That's 200 meters. Start with downtown LA. Let's knock out the little ones. Let's get some XP. True story. You gotta love how the world works. We don't get to make the rules, we just get to live in it. But at least we get to understand the rules. Okay, so it might just be lower watts. I think lower watts are just not... It might just be because of the 10 hertz. I'm probably just making all this like up. I think my watts are actually fine between the two. I'm just paranoid. It is even though it is common, guys. If you even going between smart trainers, there's a likelihood of you seeing changes in your average watts. Even going between two of the same trainer. Of this, or I mean, different trainers of the same brand, like going from one kicker core to another, can literally change how the reading is. That was actually a thing. What watt is right? The highest number. That one is right. Always. Whichever one has the highest number. But that was actually a thing for a while. People would hunt for high rating trainers where they would order it and send it back, order it, send it back, order it, send it back until they got the numbers they wanted. It's actually a thing that happens. It's less of a problem now. I feel like the standards are more are closer. But especially like when I first started riding, man, it was seriously like people would buy trainers specifically because of how they read power. How their algorithm responded to inputs of power. One exception, that's weight category. One exception. Yes, lower number better. Yes, you're right. We'll go with that. Wait, you're gonna get popcorn. Oh man. Guys, that's why we do this. There's no reason to lie or to pretend like we're these virtuous people. Come on now, we know why we ride bikes. And it's for the snacks, it's for the cake, it's for the pizza, the Nutella. It's just how it is. Again, I don't make the rules. That's why e-bikes are the new trainer bike. Oh no. I'm not gonna lie, Payne. Now that you got me on the thought of e-bikes, dude, the Zwift Ride has an insane down tube. You could fit a huge motor in it. You could actually fit an insane motor in this bike, and no one would know. Guys, that would be so funny. Should I do that? I have access to an e-bike. Should we do that one day? Would you all promise not to report me if we did a test ride and see how easy it is? Because I honestly don't know. Everyone's like, sure, he doesn't know. Come on, guys. You can't make these watts up. You can't make these watts up. Ain't nobody making up 120 watts. Yes, exactly, Payne. Strategy. Oh, if only we could go back to being able to censor ourselves again, guys. That would be the ultimate. Oh, that was the greatest content on Twitch. I miss those days. Just need a good noise gate. Oh yeah. I don't think I think I still keep mine off. You guys can't hear the fan, right? Let me turn on my noise gate. Let me actually turn it on. Apply. Okay. Noise gate has been applied. Did it make any difference at all? Is there any difference? Do now I just have like an insane like attack and cutoff? Does it just sound super noise gatey now? Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Nope, nope. That's awesome, actually. That's kind of nice. I bet it'd be different if I turned on my actual blowimatron. Low. Pop all the corn. Accusations in the office for watching the stream. Sorry, Payne. I thought my noise gate was doing well. Honestly, I don't know how any of you guys watch me not being able to hear the heavy breathing. It honestly makes no sense at all. And I wear a top. It is so confusing to me. What are you all even doing here? Do you realize there's streamers who actually heavy breathe and actually don't wear shirts? Watch me on screen, just easy. I'm okay, I'll take that. I'm the easy option. You know what? I'm okay with that. We'll go with that. I'm fine. Guilty. I know I have a higher inflected voice, guys. I know my inflection is higher pitched and all. And I know here in the virtual world we have great imaginations, but like seriously. Too long here, yep. You've gone too far. Like it's the sunken cost fallacy. You've sunk in way too much cost and now you just like are trying to get your payout. We got him, boys. We got him. Too deep in. Oh my. Oh my. We can't be too picky at this point in my life, Eloy, so I'm not gonna say I'm not okay with that. We just can't be too picky. Mid-30s and all, what can we expect? I wish I could try a sprint on this, but I cannot. I apologize. I'm not allowed to sprint. Oh my god, this saddle's so much better though, compared to that Depot. It's so misleading, guys. I was saying this at the beginning of the stream. Cheap saddles can feel so comfortable when you first sit on them. It's how they feel after 30 minutes that's the problem. After 30 minutes, a plush saddle just feels like garbage. Well, just kidding. It doesn't feel like anything because your whole butt's numb. Every bit down there is numb. You actually don't really feel anything. Pogo stick spring. Bro, that might be my only option for a climbing simulation. That'd actually be kind of funny. Serious question though. Now I'm on the now you got my ADHD mind on pogo sticks. Anybody like super obsessed with pogo sticks as a kid? And if so, what's your record? And it's probably not as good as mine. I was like the chick from Tremors, the little girl, literally living on a pogo stick. I used the crap ton out of my pogo stick when I was a kid. Thank you, gamer. Record or for backflips? Yeah, of course, Payne. But of course, I was talking about backflips on the pogo stick. Yeah. I mean, it's apparent you know about pogo sticks, so I'm glad that my reference wasn't lost on you. Of course, backflips. Dude, is there any other way to pogo stick? Oh my god. But also, I'm just gonna say it, those plastic ones with the colored springs and the bike, like the flat bar handle, were trash. I apologize if you had to use one of those. Those things were trash. God. The random stuff we got to play with as kids before the internet. We were so weird. Guys, we'd actually have to go outside and we'd like poke things with sticks and like roll rocks down hills. See who could make the biggest splash in a pond. Guys, that was peak. That was peak. It's all been downhill. Society has all been downhill since those days. Finn Productions. How accurate is the speed on Zwift compared to riding outdoors? It is very inflated, but one of the main reasons I think it's inflated, Productions, is because a lot of people ride on like Tempest Fugit, this route that I'm on right now. And you literally have a forever train of draft. The draft never ends. But what you get is if you join like a private world, you know, you do a private ride where you basically have your own server. There's no draft. The numbers compared to outside are actually insanely accurate. I think most of the inflated numbers come from the fact that most people are drafting on a map with like hundreds or thousands of people on it. And from what I've heard, I don't have much experience with this, so I can't really comment. I don't do pack riding. I've only done a couple group rides outdoors my entire life. I rarely like to ride with a big group of people. But according to other people, they say that if you're in a blob like the size of a Zwift blob, it's semi-comparable. I don't know how true that is, but I have had people basically say both things. Another thing, you throw on like a TT bike where you don't get draft, the numbers are also really good. Maybe slightly inflated, but no more than like 1 kilometer, 1.5K, maybe on the high end. Best thing as a kid were the metal serving trays where you would steal them, use candle wax on them to make sleds. Yeah, dude. We would use them for our front wheel drive cars. We'd drive our back wheels onto them, lock our e-brakes, and slide around parking lots. Hi, Barney. Pretty much. He's nuts. Barney, I got the Zwift ride combo during Black Friday. Tokyo Drift. Oh, man, that was so fun. You know, because in the States, getting a economy car that has rear-wheel drive is almost impossible. So to actually slide your car is basically not possible. So yeah, you'd tray slide. But Barney, yeah, we got the Zwift ride, and I did one ride over the weekend, and my right hood wouldn't stop vibrating, like non-stop. And so I thought that it either had just insane drift in it, or it like had gotten tweaked in shipping, because it was like constantly vibrating like I was applying the brakes, but I wasn't even applying the brakes. This ride, nothing's gone wrong. Overall, I'm very happy with the purchase. There's some things that are very annoying, and I'm just like, what are you thinking when you designed it this way? And then I have to remember, small indie company that doesn't do hardware. I have to keep that in perspective. All right. So I think that's all the Instagram time I have for today. You're on Instagram. Sorry, I can only stream for an hour, even though I'm supposed to be allowed 4. We'll be back on tomorrow, doing the same thing. We at least got in the event, so that'll be fun. Or that was fun. Got the unlock. Anyway, I'm just gonna let it go till it dies. Winter, everything slides. Oh man, that was a fun thing, guys. I had a Chevy Silverado rear-wheel drive when I lived in the snow, and that thing came with a really nice basically LSD, like it's kind of like a semi-LSD, like a 1.5. And man, that thing was fun to slide around. It was like sliding in slow motion too, because it was so long. Yep, there went Instagram. Why does it do that? Why is Instagram so bad? What is not good? Eloy, great question. So far, the 2 things that are really annoying to me, I guess there were 3. The stock saddle that came on it was absolute trash. But that's very common, even on slightly higher end bikes. And I do get it. They probably assume, thank you, Pimp, they probably assume that if you're buying a system like this, you might already have a saddle you like, or you'll be upgrading to a different saddle. I don't know, maybe that's the case. A lot of things are like that. Like, for example, like in the music industry, woodwinds, like a saxophone. You buy a nice saxophone, the nicer the saxophone you buy, actually the shittier the mouthpiece will be. And it's almost actually an exact ratio. And it's because they think, oh, you're buying a really nice saxophone, you're going to be buying a really nice mouthpiece. Like, why would you use the one that comes with it, basically? Same with like a high-end bike. High-end bikes don't come with pedals, right? Why would you want flat pedals on your high-end bike, right? They just think that. They're like, oh, well, our demographic's not going to be using that, so we'll just no pedals. They're going to be slapping their road pedals on there that they already have. So there is a bit of that to it. But it is annoying. It was very, very uncomfortable. It was one of those like, oh, I'll ride this for 30 minutes and that's it. Second, the tolerances are not very good on a lot of the things. Until you really tighten them down, things just feel very rattly. And like the metals don't slide across each other as well. The seat post almost doesn't even move. Like I could literally pick up, I could loosen the seat post clamp. I could take it out and I could pick the bike up by my saddle and the seat tube would not fall out. It's that tight. I literally have to leverage more than my weight to get it to move. That's very weird. And it's actually scoring the seat post. Like I can see the seat post scoring when I move it up and down. It leaves like abrasion marks. That's another annoying thing. Small thing, doesn't really matter because once I get it adjusted, I'm the one who's mostly going to be using it. So does it really matter that the seat post is very, very tight? Not really. It's where it needs to be, so I can leave it. But the most annoying thing is the saddle clamp. The saddle clamp is garbage. It's literal garbage. Like, what were they thinking? I literally had to bend the rails of this saddle that I put on here. I had to bend them in order to get it to fit. I had to completely disassemble the attachment mechanism, which is like already by itself like 6 independent parts with springs and shit. Also that I had to eventually like bend it, sandwich it in there, and just wrench it so that it's tight. And now it's fine. Great, works great. But man, what? Why? And it's not, and it's, I don't think I can replace it. It looks like proprietary. Oh no, sorry. Okay, Bullet's here, guys. We're done bitching. We're having a great time today. No more bitching. Bullet, how you doing, man? So great, best time. Why springs? Yeah, right? Barney, there's a spring in it. There's a spring in the saddle clamp. Dude, I unscrewed it, and then I lost the last thread, and the piece on the end went pew and shot like 3 feet across my floor. It's hilarious, dude. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. No, I know what they were thinking. Oh, 1-bolt design. So clean, so efficient. No, it's not. It's shit. It does not fit saddles. It doesn't fit my Pro logo. My really nice saddle has a oval rails. Doesn't fit. Can't fit it. Well, that's shitty right there. I can't fit my really, really comfortable saddle on this bike. I'm doing good, Bullet. You can't... I promise I have not been bitching. I promise. You came in literally for like the 15 minutes that I was critiquing my new Zwift ride. Monday vibes. Okay, yeah, we'll just go off Monday vibes. Thank you. I appreciate the understanding. You're so kind. Positive thoughts only. Sorry, guys. I know. I'm not doing a good job for my branding right now. I do apologize. Oh, is that Gabby? Hello, Gabby. Right on. First day back to structure. Really, Bullet? How is that feeling? Was the break nice, by the way? I thought the break was so nice. Fine, Gabby. I don't want to ride on either. I don't even know why I was even thinking about it. Guys, have you guys all gone and congratulated Gabriella for her insane My Whoosh Worlds finish? God, we got some such inspiring people in this community. Absolutely awesome. But overall, the one thing that's very nice is it literally only took me about 10-15 minutes to get the geometry of this bike set up basically like the geometry of my road bike, which was very, very nice. But one thing I did find, oh, here's another thing. The bike will come with like this cue card, basically that says if you're this height, use these measurements. There's like a bunch of different like notches on the handlebars, the stem of the handlebar stem, the seat tube. Everything is like basically cordoned out by letters like A through Z. And I am nowhere near what the recommended is. I started there. I'm apparently supposed to be on J for about everything. Dude, who came up with their geometry? Oh my god, I felt like I was like this. It was like, what is going on, man? Not only that, like, I think I went up like an inch above recommended on my saddle. I think I'm an inch higher than what's recommended. And I still feel a little bit low. One thing, okay, here's another thing I'm noticing. Now that I'm actually like super hyper into it, there's like a higher pitched whine that when I have my fan on, I don't notice. But like when I notice it, it's pretty obvious. It's a whine that my H3 does not have. It's more of like a low hum on my H3, whereas on this, it's like kind of a high pitched like whine. But yeah, the kicker is great, guys. The kicker is honestly really good. I wasn't sure what I'd think about, so there is some differences. Thank you, Buck. Some of the differences from the trainer I had. The flywheel on my old trainer is like almost twice as heavy as the one on this trainer. And I thought I'd notice it more, but I don't. In all honesty, I don't. There is a bit less momentum, but that could just be like I might just not be seeing that or feeling it right. You kind of fixed your weird bike terror route elevation. What was wrong with it? Matt, what were you doing? I didn't know you were having issues with it. Ugh. Yeah, guys, I'm definitely not going to be able to hit my goal of doing the Everesting at the end of this year, but I'm still going to train for it, hopefully to be done either at the end of January or the end of February is the goal. I'd like to be able to do it by at least the end of February so that when I go into like actual like event season, I've already basically gotten to the point where I can ride like that. That would just be so much nicer. I think tomorrow I might do an endurance ride. I might do one of the longer routes. I think I might try to go for like a 2.5+ hour ride and see how I handle it. I'll have to be smart. I'll have to make sure I eat breakfast. You uploaded your IRL heart rate shaped route. Oh, your heart shaped route and did too much route smoothing, so it didn't feel like riding outside. Oh, got you. Gotcha. That's a very fun thing on Biketerra that you can upload your own routes. It's looking like they're doing that on Training Peaks now too. If you don't ever see Bjorn live streaming, German Diesel, he live streams a lot of beta and test rides for Training Peaks, and he'll often stream them, or he has been recently, and he's been doing a lot. Yeah, Bjorn. BJER, is it ERN? Bjorn? But he has been building these really fun routes that he's been testing out for Training Peaks. So it looks like they're doing something similar with like uploading your routes. Yeah, Bjorn, the guy who did the Everesting route on Bike Terra, same guy. He's basically like his main enjoyment when it comes to virtual cycling, other than racing, seems to be doing tests on platforms, which is really cool. He's literally our beta tester, our community's resident beta tester. Do it safely. German Diesel. He streams every once in a while. He did this one route that was a literal roller coaster, Matt. He literally made a roller coaster into a race course. It was really fun to watch. But yeah, he came in, Matt. I told him that I was wanting to do his Everest. I don't think I'll be anywhere near his time, but I do want to do it. I literally think my time is going to be double his. Did Training Peaks by Indie Velo? Yes, Matt Jash, that is Indie Velo. Sorry, Indie Velo is Training Peaks. Oh, I'm sorry, Training Peaks is Indie Velo. It's called Training Peaks Virtual now. You'll notice that everything is blue, not green anymore. Encore, thank you. Yeah, dude, Indie Velo has gotten very popular. Not on the level of Zwift, but I've heard of now multiple events that have 30 to 50 people, some rides that have 100 plus people in them now over there on that platform, which is just so freaking cool. Very good move, honestly. I was worried at first because I was worried that Training Peaks would kind of do what Wahoo did to RGT. I was so worried that they'd buy it and kill it. Now realizing how safe virtual cycling is, it's a real nice thing. I mean, I'm not going to say that outdoor isn't good. I freaking love outdoor cycling. But indoor is just so good too. Like Terry gets about 30 people in weekly events. That's so good. That's what's up, dude. That is so good. That is a very refreshing thing to know. Because that's what I want to see. I want to see other platforms doing really well. I want to see other platforms being successful and pushing the envelope of what virtual cycling is. On my whoosh, I'm averaging about 29.5K on a pretty flat route. I'm doing about 32 kph just on this flat right here versus 40 here. But this is a slight downhill right here. The speeds are very different. More platforms better than maybe Zwift. Will stop thinking they don't. I hope. Excellent. Again, Zwift needs the competition. They so do. 100%. The more Zwift gets pressured into developing their own platform, the better. And since the user base can't seem to do it, since the user base can't seem to influence Zwift too much, I guess just have other platforms do it. Probably at night. No. Yeah, there's no draft on my whoosh. It feels very weird. I do think they do need to work on their physics, but their overall just world and immersion and experience, just free riding is so good. I did have fun when my whoosh first launched because the draft was so broken when I first started riding on it. You could sit in a pack, or I could sit in a pack at like a watt per kilo less, sometimes even more. And it was like I was locked in. It was so funny. No slip. Like when you were locked in, you were locked in. There was no slip. Forward, backwards, you were just there until you weren't anymore. It felt very, very locked in at first. It doesn't feel like that anymore, for sure. It was so funny. The first week that it launched on PC and I was trying out the bunch rides. Bunch rides are hilarious. Dude, the slingshot, oh my god, the slingshot was so fun. You could literally like, really just like, you could get so much speed out of a draft. Waiting for virtual cycling and Mario Karts combined would look funny. I really wish that was a thing. It seems like any app that tries to go along the gamified, like actually go along the gamified route, just seems to fall on its face. That's what really makes me realize that virtual cycling really does fall in this gray area between gaming and cycling. It really does. As much as I hate it, and I think it should fall on both, it really doesn't fall on either. Gamers don't want to do it, and cyclists don't want to do it. Draft is good when you find people your speed. Yeah, that's probably it. I haven't done much pack riding in my whoosh in a while. Probably only 3 times this year have I gotten in any sort of pack bigger than 2. Imagine you're in a virtual race, then you throw a banana peel. So it would be amazing, man. Again, I think it would be great. But then they give us something like the burrito in Zwift and everyone trips out about it. What is this? What kind of game are they trying to make here? Like, let's be real, the burrito, maybe it's not the best power-up, but it's comedy, right? It's something you'd see in a video game. People were so opinionated about it when it dropped. I know why. It makes you slower. Everyone loves the power-ups that make you faster. You like burrito IRL? See, Buck? That's how it... Dude, burritos are literally one of the greatest things that's ever been invented. Anybody who hates on a burrito... in all honesty, I kind of just want to sit down with them and be like, what's going on? Are you... Like, I'm here to listen. Like, what's going on in your life? Those are the types of people we need to pay attention to and spend some time caring about and cultivating. Otherwise, they may end up becoming a serial killer. There are also bananas in Mario Kart, yep. Zwift did a beta test of power-ups where you could charge power-ups by pedaling more and use it for a few. I remember that, Matt. I did one of those races. That was so bad. That was one of the dumbest ideas. Oh my god. The thought is, right, you put in extra work and you get a slightly better benefit out of it, right? Like, you bank some power and you actually, you know, get a good result on the back end. No, you did not get any benefit on the back end. You spent all this extra power to build up these power-ups to get dropped just so that you could pop that power-up and maybe grab the butt of the group again at the end of it, if you're lucky. That's so funny. Never had a burrito. No, really old school. Yeah, I guess that's true. If you don't race, you might never even had a burrito in this game. You need a 16.5 gear to get my normal cadence. I do. You're right. I'm right. I'm kind of right in between 15 and 16 right now with like the cadence feel. I really like this. Like 75 to 80 feels really good. Much better. But yeah, if I was at my old cadence, let's see 17. Let's see 17. Yeah, you're right. Right in the middle. Like right in the middle. So what I could do, right now I have it set up for sequential shifting. I can change it to like Shimano or SRAM. I mean, then I could put on like the cassette I have on my actual bike over there, virtually. But right now I have it in sequential. Yeah, 17 brings me down a little too low. Like just, it starts to bring me down to the like actual 60 RPM. Let's try that real quick. All right, let me try that real quick. I think I can do it while I'm in a ride. Style A. Let's see what style A is. Here's my, this is what I have. 1028, no, why, what? Does Shimano have a 1028 now? I think they do, right? Okay, here, let's see how this is. So 2, 3, 2, 5. Oh my God, those feel so different. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, the virtual shifting, it like goes above. It feels like you get like bogged down, and then it feels like it like over, like loosens up for a second. I guess the thought is I get up to a higher speed, and then my cadence goes up, and it feels better. 2.6, really? Yeah, I guess that's about right. About what I ride in. I think I ride like 2.6, 2.7 on there. Lady Seren, hi, how are you? Welcome in. How are you doing today? We are doing our first test stream, but second ride on our new Zwift ride. We just got the new Zwift ride and kicker core for Black Friday. And so, been trying that out today. I'm doing great. Had a really nice weekend. Had a couple nights of really good sleep, which honestly, if I get a good night's sleep, like that's like probably the most ideal situation for anything. But yeah, good. We're getting used to the virtual shifting. It's definitely different, but does not feel bad. Sleep is like the most important thing ever. Like, I've come to the point in my life where like very little matters except for sleep, which is kind of a refreshing thing. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of refreshing. 70 is probably a good mix of strength and RPM. I love 70 is like so nice for me, but this feels like a little more resistance. Maybe it's just tripping out. It's kind of hard to tell, you know. This is in a vacuum. If I had both of these set up side by side, that would be kind of cool. Be able to jump back and forth. Yeah, sleep is great. What'd you get into this weekend? Anything fun? Have you gotten all set up for the holidays? I'm starting to see a bunch of lights. My town does this really awesome light display. They've been doing it for like the last 8-9 years. They've done it since I was a kid, but they've gone all out over the last 8 or 9 years. Now there's all sorts of stuff all over town. So it's like really cool. I absolutely love Christmas lights, guys. If it was socially acceptable in California, I would leave them on all year round. But unfortunately, that's for the Midwest and the South. I can't take their glory. You went Christmas caroling. Oh, that's awesome. I haven't been Christmas caroling in years. I used to go with community and friends and things back in the day. I wonder how popular that is these days, if people still really do that. Well, obviously they do, but that was fun stuff. And it wouldn't be special. There we go. Exactly. People already have full house decorations. See them when you go on walks. Yeah, we're a little behind on our decorating. Honestly, we don't like getting it out of storage is a bit of a undertaking, but I love it when it's set up. Most of our indoor decorations are homemade by my grandmother. She made a bunch of like tree ornaments, a bunch of like setting scapes for like surfaces and things. So a lot of our stuff is like super old, but it's like it's not like stuff you just buy from a store, so it's like very personal and it's very cool. Literally just characters that are cut out of flat planks of wood and then painted. They really knew how to do it back then. Now we just go to the store. You usually go every year? Hell yeah, that's awesome. I used to do like food drive stuff. I haven't done that in a few years. My neighborhood, I used to do this thing where every year I'd go around with like 1 million pamphlets and well, don't tell anyone because I don't think this is legal, but I would go drop them off in everyone's mailbox and basically say, on this date, I'm going to come through for like a canned food drive and pick up anything that you're willing to donate. And I used to get I used to get truckloads of freaking non-perishables back in the day. It was absolutely awesome. You're telling? Blame my my biology teacher in high school. My freshman year, guys, I'd like to think that I'm a charitable guy, but this is what started it. My freshman year, there was this extra credit assignment for my biology class that was literally an open-ended multiplicative like scalar for your grade. And I don't think he realized how crazy like the extra credit he was getting, because it was literally uncapped and it was per food item. I came in there with like 1,000 individual items of food, and I never had to do another homework assignment for the rest of the year. I didn't have to take a test. I didn't have to do anything because I already had like 500% the points needed to graduate the class from that can drive. And ever since then, I'm like, this is how the world works. Oh my God. And it was all downhill from there. Now I'm a evil mastermind, you know, taking food from people and giving it to other people. You have to run. All right, lady, thank you for stopping through. Hope you're doing well. We're glad you're doing well. Oh, my brain. Always bragging about high school, trying to make us look bad. Guys, I have to look back at the highlight of my life, guys. It's all been downhill since then. I have to, I lived through my high school years, don't you know? Always such a bragger, I am. I love when I come up with a cheat that manipulates the system. There were 2 other students that figured it out too. It was really funny. They're like, wait, so what you're telling me is this is open-ended. And you know, here's the thing. Most people showed up with like 10, 20, 30 pieces of food items. I don't think he was expecting anyone to show up with 1,000. It also kind of said how many people need help from others. It is You know what the crazy thing is? And this is like very interesting
There's
to me.
only one I want. I love
Save
you,
him.
Pookie.
It always seems like the less you have, the more you're willing to give in a lot of ways. Now, this is just a general statement, but it does seem like it does apply a lot. It's like the people that could make differences aren't the ones making the differences, which is weird. I mean, they're making differences in other ways, but there is something I notice about people who have very little and their willingness to give. Maybe that's why they have very little. Actually, now that I'm coming to think of it, they just give it all away. But yeah, that is wild, Dimitri. It's both a plus and a minus, isn't it? It's kind of tough to say it's good or bad. It's like it's highlighting that there is good in the world, but it's also highlighting that there's bad in the world at the exact same time. Such a weird thing to kind of think about. When the poorest people are happy and give of themselves. I'd like to think so. I think that there is a bit of that's kind of a meme, a little bit, but I do think there is some truth to it. I really do. There is something to, like, I don't know. There is something to it, though. Basically, Pookie thinks that unhoused are unhoused by choice. Fuck! Oh god, we're hashtag canceled. Hashtag cancel. Well, they shouldn't have given away their house, should they? Damn it, I just made it worse. Oh man, I'm so bad. But it does really highlight that there is really real good. That people who really don't have much are still willing to give. It really is what keeps my ignorance kind of swayed towards the side of people are generally good. People do bad things, but I'd like to hope that people are generally good. That'll be my downfall, but it is what it is. So what you're saying is poor people deserve to be poor. That's exactly what I'm saying. Oh man. How's it feel? In all honesty, excellent. Now it feels like, now that I'm like in the ride.
Shot like that, they put you in jail.
Like it's
right away.
It's very similar.
No trial, no nothing. Journalists, we have a special jail for journalists.
It's like
You're
the more I
stealing,
ride on it,
right to jail.
the
You're playing
more
music
like
too loud, right to jail. Right
it feels
away.
like my
You're
old
driving
system,
too fast,
which
jail.
is good.
Slow, jail. You're charging too high prices for sweaters, glasses. You right to jail. You
Right to
undercook fish, believe it or not, jail. You overcook chicken, also jail. Undercook, overcook. You make an appointment with the dentist and you don't show up, believe it or not, jail, right away.
Believe it or not, jail. But I'm not a good person anymore, guys. I don't do those types of charity drives. Now I'm just a Scrooge who loves Christmas. It's weird. I'm a Scrooge that loves Christmas. How does that work? F the dentist. Oh no, Dimitri, what happened? Dude, I hate dentists as well. That's why I'm like actually hyper paranoid about my oral hygiene, because I don't want to have to go to dentists. The last time I had to go to a dentist for a procedure, I literally almost passed out because he undercooked the lidocaine by a lot. It was not fun. You haven't been to one in years, never liked him, and you're too broke to go. Also, good job. That's a long time. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. 55K. Not too bad. The last, what? 45 minutes have been zone 1, zone 2, but not bad for sure. The legs are feeling better and better the longer I ride, which is nice, but I am feeling the warm-up period is taking longer as well. Which is also just, that's pretty normal. Once you start building up some, like long-standing fatigue, the warm-ups do take longer. How long before I realized the ride was a bad purchase? Not yet, because it fixed itself so far. And I love technology that fixes itself. I'm a big fan of technology that will fix itself. Something that you're like, oh, it's not working. I'm just going to turn it off, walk away from it, pretend it doesn't exist. When I come back, it better be fixed. And it was. What I think I might do, though, Peter, if I'm honest with myself, I'm probably going to put a cassette on it. I'm probably going to put a cassette on it so that I can swap bikes on and off if I want to. I probably won't keep the hub on it.
If you want to know the secret of being,
Barch,
will
welcome
come
in.
with us.
Thank you for the raid. How are you doing today? How's everyone? We are just finishing up a ride and chat session. I just did my first stream with the... Oh, thank you, Pimp. Thank you, Pimp. Just did my first stream and second ride with the new Zwift ride that I just got. Community live Zwift rides off Twitch. Oh. Willkommen. How was your ride? But yeah, I think that's the solution. Is because I know I'm gonna want to jump on other platforms and have full control. But right now with the Zwift ride, basically all I can do is Training Peaks and Zwift, right? Because Training Peaks at least has virtual shifting. I don't know how my Whoosh probably doesn't deal with it yet. The Training Peaks was smart. Whoosh has virtual shifting? Oh, really? I love a ride, man, yeah. Wait, did you have one? I'm doing yeah, it's a bit of a ride today. Comparably to my other rides, we're doing all right. Good, we're German. Hell yeah, welcome in. We actually have a pretty decent German community here on the Zwift streaming world. What kind of ride did you get into today? My Whoosh should. Is it baked into and it's baked into the game? Well then, heck yeah. That was my only problem, was I wanted to be able to throw another bike on this if I wanted to. Yeah, have a nice stream. Thank you. I hope your stream went well. Also, guys, go give Mark a follow. We'll go check you out after the stream. We're gonna check you out, bro. I'm gonna check you out. If you use the Zwift controller app thingy. Is that a Kudomio feature? Can I do it with my Kudomio? Or whatever it's, or however you pronounce it. That demands German pastries. More pastries. All the pastries and currywurst with fries, and you guys eat it with mayonnaise, which surprisingly works. As weird as it seems, it surprisingly works. Basically copying Zwift to give people a reason to use. I mean, I mean, let's be real. That's how they should be doing. They should copy all of the most popular things as well as build. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Hold on, let me go check out your page. Let me give you a follow. I got you, bro. Awesome. Cool to see more people in the community. Okay, let's check out this project. Zwift control. Oh, it's an open source? Peter's trying to get all of my information. Developed by Oh no, just kidding. Heck yeah, dude. Oh man, I love seeing new people come in and stream. When I first started streaming here, Mark, it was a very quiet place. So now that there's like constantly streamers in that category, it's a very, very good, nice feeling. For sure, I just got hacked. Yep. Peter now has full access to my computer. Peter, did you see the recent... Oh my god, dude. Dude, the recent stuff is scary when it comes to viruses. Guys, there are now zero interaction viruses. You can now get a virus from simply viewing an ad. What is this world we live in, guys? We are absolutely straight burnt to a crisp. The world is over. Like, actually crazy. You can now get viruses on your computer without clicking anything. Just by viewing it. Oh, man. What a freaking crazy world we live in. I just want to ride my virtual bike, man. I don't have to worry about looking at an ad that I view online is going to give me a virus now. That's always been a thing. Then why is Mia Mudahar just making a big deal about it? He would have known about that for a long time as being a big issue. He's pretty versed. So there must be some nuance to it beyond... Yes, you have to use an ad blocker. You have to. You don't even have to click on it. The ad just has to load. The ad just has to load. No, but I am curious, like, why are they making it? Why is it becoming a big deal now? Why is it being publicized now then by these accounts? I'm wondering what the actual interest is. If it has been around for a while, why is it now that people are viralizing it? This one is crazy. This one's crazy. It's actually a security company. There's actually like a huge security firm that's dealing in this software. Maybe it's a new one. Yeah, so it must be something different, Peter, because people are blowing this up as something new. So there must be something new about it. Beyond my intelligence, for sure. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Maybe it went public? That might be it. It went public. You can now purchase this software or something like that. Maybe it's something along that lines. iMessage also had the same shit a few years ago. Just receiving the message and your phone was compromised. I do remember that with the iPhone, Peter. Or when people would do the voice calls. They could, through a voice call, without you even answering your phone, you could get all of like your information stolen. You could basically like let them into your phone. I remember when that happened, actually, now that you mention it. Literally just from the phone call. It didn't even have to connect. Okay. The rocker appears to have fixed itself. Guys, the rocker appears to have fixed itself. Just use Windows 98 and you'll be good. Man, it's getting to that point, dude. It's getting to that point. I just want to host my own server. Now, that'll probably be even more easily influenced. Big privacy vector in the mobile payment apps, at least here. The de facto monopoly one shows the name of the number you type in. So you can look up private numbers now. Wow. Wow, dude. Dude, it's so hard to be a developer now, I bet. I bet you it's so hard to be a developer. Like, you have to be so versed in all of these exploits. So in the mobile world, probably half of it's intended, if we're honest. All right, I'm gonna get to the top of this climb. Get down the other side. And we'll be done. Yeah. But Peter, maybe if you're interested, man, you can look. Let me see if I can find the company name. This company that's advertising this product. Because again, you know more about it than I would, so like by you checking it out, I think you would have a better understanding of what's so unique about it. Because that is a possibility that I just sensationalize things. Nearly done. Let me see if I can find this. I accidentally left my YouTube on auto run last night. And so I have a million videos that I just watched that I have no idea what they are. I swear that's actually what happened. I didn't actually watch these random videos. Okay, here, I'm gonna find. Here we go. Okay, what's this name? Zero kick exploit, rather not check. No, don't worry. The company that's actually pushing this software, Intellexa, crazy. Actually marketing this service to people. The thing is, Peter, you would probably be able to actually research it much safer than I would be able to. Did I watch all your... Yeah, for some reason, I just, like, had your videos on repeat. Like, Dimitri, over and over. Enemies instruction videos. Exactly. No, if it was something like that,
it's amazing.
You know, I'd be open about it.
Amazing.
That's
Isn't
normal.
That amazing update. Isn't that amazing? Amazing.
Doesn't seem normal to me, man. It seems like if this is normal, we got a problem.
Amazing.
There's something that seems really wrong about that. That you can market this as a service. Oh, man. We are so freaking cooked, though, huh? Like governments and such, yeah. Like, I understand. Okay. So I might not agree. I understand governments using it. I understand that. That makes logical sense to me, even if I might not agree with it. But private firms and companies is where it gets scary. I'm not naive, you know that's where it's going, but so scary. Oh, I bet it's a huge business. It's also not fair. It's not an equal playing field. And I'm very much for fairness. I understand that luck and things have to do with it, but I would like to hope that things start from a fair start, which of course is naive. Well, there is one ViewBot company that is publicly advertising itself. That's true. On Path of Exile, there are YouTube streamers who are sponsored by RMT websites, which is illegal in the game. That's just the way of the world, isn't it? Isn't that just so funny that we can literally have those sitting right next to each other, like side by side? It both can exist in the same world. Is that just not the weirdest thing in the world? Like the weirdest thing there is? Yeah, I mean, let's be real. If somebody wants to get into your device, they're going to be able to these days. Aggie, if you're still here, your saddle is amazing. That you sent me. I forgot how good it was. It is so good. Like the first 30 minutes, it's so weird with saddles. The first 30 minutes on a good saddle is not necessarily good, but the second hour on a good saddle feels amazing. And then you have a good saddle that feels good for the first 30 minutes, and then the second hour feels just the worst thing you've ever experienced. Excellent. I think it might have been the gearing. I think it might have been the sequential gearing. Like you said, I was falling in between gears. This is a little better in the Shimano. I sit more closer to 70 without paying attention. All right. All right, there's 2 hours. That counts, right? Oh! Oh! That was a good pop. I had a good adjustment on my lower back right there. Ugh. I still need to freaking revert back to OBS vanilla. So bad. Dude, Stream Elements just sucks. It used to be so good, but now OBS is better in every way that Stream Elements used to be better. Streamlabs always sucked. Streamlabs always sucked.
If you want to know the secret of
Ben!
being,
Oh no!
you will come with us.
Hi Ben. Thank you for the raid. Broken up with... Actually, no. I should actually try Meld. Maybe I'll do that, Peter. Maybe I'll try Meld out. Meld is... I still really like it. Ben, how was your ride? Thank you for the raid. Unfortunately, you caught us right at the end, man. But thank you so much. How did it go? We are doing our first test ride on our Zwift ride. Well, we did one over the weekend, but we didn't stream it. And so this is, I guess, our second impression. And overall, we're okay with it. Overall, we're okay with it. The bike, it's very nice to have a dedicated system. It's super quiet. I do not feel like I could break this if I threw it out of my car driving down the freeway. I could probably just pick it up and jump right back on the bike jump right back on with it. But yeah, there are some annoyances that I've had. You can tell that it was not designed by a company that specializes in hardware. But overall, I was very happy. I'm very happy with the purchase, especially at the discounted price. Are you DY? Hey, what's up, RUDY? Yeah, I got baited into this as the minimum requirements for Zwift back in the day. I'm very easily influenced. What can I say? Well, thank you, man. Yeah, so we got in about 2 hours. We did the off the map stage 3. So we got the kit, and then we did like another hour of just noodling and chatting because I can't shut up. And yeah, very nice. I did settle on this. I'm using Shimano shifting. I think I like it better than the sequential. I literally have this like the same cassette virtually as I do on my road bike, so it actually feels pretty spot on. You have the Elite Oh, dude, that's like the premium. How do you like the square? You're the only one I know that has the square. I would absolutely love to get a square. It works great. Nice, yeah. I mean, like when I saw it launch, I was so excited for it because of the fact that like there really wasn't anything on the market that had those types of features other than the Wahoo bike, right? But yeah, we did have some problems with it over the weekend. We had some problems with the Zwift ride. It was doing some weird things where it was vibrating randomly, and sometimes it just start vibrating and not stop the right hood. But it didn't do that today, so that was the only problem that was worth sending it back for. There's some other little things like the fit of the seat post is like almost doesn't fit. Like it literally is like horrible tolerance. And like the proprietary seat post or the saddle clamp, absolute garbage. But other than that, it's amazing. Other than that, I have really like very little to complain about. I do think I will throw a normal cassette on it though. I don't know if I'm like fully sold on the Zwift hub. Harder the better when it comes to seat post. Loot seat post is bad tolerance. Yeah, but dude, Peter, this is wild, man. I could literally take out the seat tube bolt and pick the bike up by the saddle, like the whole thing with the trainer, and it wouldn't come out. Like, it's actually wild. It's like completely scarring up. Every time I've slid it up and down, it leaves just like a fine layer of a braided surface. Peter, good. I mean, that's the thing, right, man? Like, I have it set where I want it, so it's really not a problem. But it just shows, like, it's definitely not refined, if you know what I mean. But how refined does it actually have to be? Nice to have a belt-driven frame. Oh, I bet. I am a big fan of belt drives. Post you had is a bit of trouble. Bolt instead of clamp. Fixed it, though? Oh, okay. Zwift got jelly of companies making money off of them, so they made the ride. You know, excellent. I still, if there is ever the possibility of me picking up the OG Zwift ride that looks like the Tron bike, you know there's like gotta be just like a few dozen out there, right? Beta test units. I want one so bad. Probably absolute trash, but I want it. I'm very sad. I know that they would have lost so much money if they'd actually produced it, but I'm so sad they didn't. Make sure to put some grease and anti-seize on it. Yeah, the steel frame, which I very much like the frame. It literally, like I said, you could throw this out of the back of a truck at freeway speeds and it would probably be fine. Let's fight about this IRL. All right, we're gonna fight about it when I come to the Vattern. No, we're not allowed to disagree. My opinion or no opinion. That's how this works. This is not a democracy. The smartest people are not the ones that make the rules. And therefore, I will make the rules. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. You're going to get yourself some food. All right, Ben, thank you for the raid, man. Appreciate you guys. I'm sure most of you at this point probably know him. But if you don't, go give him a follow. Show him some love. Been around the community for a long time. We need a moderator. Oh, God. We need a moderator. All right. Completely going to be unbiased, but I'll choose the moderator because I'm a very, very fair person. Probably the most fair, if we're honest. So I got it. Don't worry. All right, guys. I'm going to send you over to Flight. It's great. She's been streaming very regularly recently. I was hanging out. She did a run the other day. Let's go show her some love. Yeah, excellent. Nice to hang with you. Thank you for chatting. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, guys. I think I might go for another longer ride. We'll keep like a zone 2 ride, maybe some pace button or something. NT! NT, hi NT! Hi, I'm sorry we're leaving, but I miss you so much and I love you so much. Hope you're well. Good to see you, man. Awesome. All right, Pitbull, you too, man. You too. Have a great week, everybody. We're going to have again, been a great Monday. This is the best way to start it off, guys. Hanging with you all, it's the best way to start it off. Makes the week a lot better. So hopefully you guys get a little bit out of that as well. Hopefully your week goes just a little bit better. Let's smash it. Let's all smash it. Let's make a pact together. This is going to be a great week.